Hello, everyone. I wanted to talk about games a little bit and sort of the kind of state of a lot of the games some of us may love, some of us may hate, whatever. Right? This is going to be about Wuthering Waves and a bit about Where Winds Meet and sort of my thoughts on this whole Wuthering Waves story drama that's going on. It's a fucking video game, right? Um, so, yeah. I have a very based opinion about the story. Wuthering Waves story has always been like okay. It's never really been the most amazing thing ever. It is so boring that I tend to skip all of it and then watch somebody else play it. My favorite thing to do is to spam the skip button as it's the story's playing from another streamer on my second screen. Uh, that's just what I do. The truth is that the gotcha story curse is absolutely a thing. Wuthering Waves is no different. It's better than some of the other games in the space. Definitely better than Genshin. What helps with that is the fact that every character doesn't look like a baby. That really helps to sell serious plots along. You know, it does a little something for me. It makes me take it, I don't know, a little bit more serious when it's not babies trying to defend their little nations from an attack of four people, but this is called a war, right? Uh, no. Wuthering Waves, their character models are a bit more adult. That makes it sad. That makes this whole situation sad because the likes of Captain, Saint Tontas, Gotcha Smack. They're all correct. Too bad it was fucking dog shit. I was in the stream when Gotcha Smack was going through it, and it was what it typically is. It's yapping. I think the issue is that people pretended and hyped up 2.7 so much they forgot what the fuck this was. This is a Chinese developed gotcha game. And the crazy thing is, in this same video, I want to talk about a Chinese developed gacha game that's fucking amazing. But for now, we're gonna talk about the majority. The truth is, these motherfuckers don't know anything about media. Very cut off part of the world. And this isn't to say Chinese people can't tell stories. I think Chinese stories are notoriously much better told through action. And my example of this is Black Myth Wukong, and I'll also get to Where Winds Meet. And I also want to bring up someone like Jackie Chan because that actually does relate to Where Winds Meet and why that game feels so much more fun and enjoyable to play versus Wuthering Waves to most gamers. The truth is, a lot of you aren't gamers. That's fine, but again, when we're talking about games, maybe you should like shut up and let us fix your game, right? Uh, the thing with Chinese media and action is that they are actually unbeatable in that department of storytelling. My example of this is Jackie Chan and like his sort of there has not been a stuntman like him to ever come out of the West, in my opinion. Like the closest we got is what, like Tom Cruise, or we got like Keanu Reeves with John Wick, but that is very different from like the sort of stunts Jackie Chan did in his older movies. And even though he's older now, like his last like bigger movie, he was still out there doing stunts. He can't move like he used to, but damn, it's still crazy. And this sort of martial art thing, and they are hyper creative when it comes to telling a story through physical action and like comedy. They're actually very funny people, and their comedy is different than obviously here in the West, but it's still very much so enjoyable. The Where Winds Meet devs, they are freaking hilarious. Like they have you're riding geese as a mount in their game, you know, like you don't see that in MMOs or like games often, especially a gotcha game, right? Which it's barely a gotcha game, but it's a gotcha game nonetheless. You have a mount where you're running away from a tiger. That's your mount. Like you're just sprinting away from a tiger. Like they're funny. It's like they know how to take themselves seriously and they know how to like have fun. And it's often told. Their humor is often told in a much different way. I feel like it's I might be wrong. I can't remember watching a like Chinese movie or like show or whatever, or like playing a Chinese game where like sarcasm is as big. It's more of like a wise guy treating someone as a fool or somebody doing something foolish, right? And it's funny. Very cultural difference thing. But their strong suit has never been really deep stories with like that's told through dialogue and like blabber. I love Journey to the West. The reason I went and actually learned the Journey to the West story and like read through that is because of Black Myth Wukong. And the thing is, symbolism and all these things is what makes it so cool and like what's actually happening. None of it is dialogue. None of the dialogue and the dialogues that's there because it's so like it's like old school, you know, and like sort of in between like these amazing action scenes and like every sentence has meaning. That's what I'm looking for. Every single sentence has meaning, unlike what I'm saying now, right? Every sentence has meaning, and that is so important for a lot of characters. It is very bad to have a character like Chisa, and this is gonna get into like really like basic writing shit. And I'm not saying I'm the best writer ever, or like I'm a writing expert, but I feel like if you talk to anyone who writes, if you speak to an author and ask them like, how would you write a quiet character or a soft-spoken character? For one, they wouldn't make them a lead typically of a action epic. They wouldn't do that. But two, if they do, like in the case of Sasuke, you don't have them sit there. And Sasuke is the perfect example because Chisa is Sasuke, right? In terms of her like demeanor, it's sort of like I'm soft spoken. I'm supposed to be really cool, you know. I'm Japanese. I got the red eye thing. Yeah. She's all the freaking cool guy anime tropes, cool girl anime tropes, whatever. She got the scissor blade from Ryuko Matoi. I got it. But Sasuke is a good example of what you do with a character that's not meant to speak often. You don't put them in situations and plot points where they are the ones yapping. Chisa's not interesting that way. Do you know how boring Sasuke would be if he just talked non-stop for his story? No, if you watch Shippuden, Sasuke, he gets a huge like arc in the series. He does really cool shit, and his is honestly the best parts of the series in my opinion. I think Sasuke Shippuden was the best part of Naruto. It was Naruto at its peak because you go from Sasuke Shippuden, you go right into the pain arc, and then you go back to Sasuke Shippuden where he's in the Five Kage Summit fighting like the gods, or what we thought at the time were like the gods of the shinobi world. Like they're all super strong and he's fighting all of them. He has nothing to say to these people. And that's what made Sasuke fucking cool in that moment. He wasn't going around trying to reason with anybody. Sasuke said, I'm pulling up. I'm murdering anyone who get in my way. I want to kill Danzo's ass. And he just goes through... I don't even know if he says more than like 5 sentences the entire... arc up until Naruto shows up. Naruto, Kakashi, and them show up. And obviously when he's arguing with Danzo. But like when he's running through the Five Kage Summit, this dude is stone cold silent. This is who he is, and it doesn't feel out of character because that's always been Sasuke. He's always been a quiet character who gets to business. He gets really angry, and that's when he'll talk. But otherwise, he's a pretty reserved person. It keeps to himself. When you have a character like that, you have side characters for a fucking reason. Like, I don't understand. And, like, ZZZ gets shit for this. This is the one time they should have learned from ZZZ. Pull in some other characters. Why the fuck would you think Chisa could carry a story? Like, even those of you who hype up and slurp up the story, right? Like, if they do a Kalcharo story... they're gonna fuck his character up. I'm telling y'all right now. The cool thing about Kalcharo is that he seems quiet, strong, pretty trustworthy in terms of like he just seems like a reliable guy, right? And like his story is pretty cool. He like overclocks all the time. The mystery around him, they're gonna fuck that up by having him talk. Stop, Tiny. They're gonna fuck that up by having him talk a ridiculous amount. I already know. They're gonna have him yap 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 and make you fall asleep. You're gonna be like, wow, I fucking hate this character. This guy's lame. He's fucking loser. He's an edge lord, and that's what you don't want to happen. Those of you who really slurp up this, I have a question. Do you think the story would have been better if, I don't know, they brought in a more talkative character who it feels like they're supposed to talk a lot? If they were in the story, and I don't mean bring someone in annoying, but when you're writing out these plots, either come up with a new character or multiple characters. Maybe have people stuck with Chisa, right? Have a fucking. And they don't all have to be summonable. That's the thing with these games, man. It's so stupid. They don't have to be summonable. Just make it where Chisa isn't the one yapping the whole time. It is so fucking boring. And it seems so out of character. She's obviously meant to be like the quiet, badass schoolgirl type. That's what she's meant to be. She's meant to be Sasuke and Ryuko mixed together, right? It just it's so lazy. Instead of there's this amazing rule called show don't tell. Have you guys heard of it? It's called show don't tell. This is what I got on Genshin about, and I had to get on Wuwa about it. Show me, don't tell me. You are a fucking video game. You can tell stories in more ways than any other art form on planet Earth. More ways than drawing, more ways than fucking music, more ways than a book, more ways than a movie, a TV show, because you spend so much time with these characters and like it's way more interactive, and you take all of those other art forms and are supposed to put it into one. Instead of taking all of those art forms and putting it into one, they took fucking book and picture. They thought they could write a picture book and people would like be happy with that. Obviously, a lot of you are. But I looked at a Sticks poll recently that he did about like who's playing Where Winds Me, and I saw like a big comment was that people are on a mobile only. And I realized, holy shit, I knew the gacha space was like mostly mobile. Like a really big chunk of it was mobile, even though a lot of these games like play way better on PC, right? But I realized a lot of you are just, I would just say, you're just fucking brokies, broke ass children like I was, right? Like you got, most of you are like living with your parents, don't have a job, aren't working, probably like little kids. So you don't know anything about video games. Like you guys haven't played Dark Souls. You guys haven't played Elden Ring. You guys haven't played Sekiro. You guys haven't played Expedition 33, God of War, Spider-Man, Persona, the Tales of series, freaking Cyberpunk. What's another game? Witcher 3, Space Marines 2. You guys haven't played any of these. And when you put that into perspective, yeah, I understand. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You guys have no idea what you're talking about. The truth is that Wuthering Waves Story is a dog shit. Like, what are you talking? How can you play Persona 5, go to Wuthering Waves, and think that that's good? And they're both very much in the same genre of anime, high school fantasy, right? Like, that's what the 2.8 was supposed to be. We got the schoolgirl uniform, right? But we got the whole anime fantasy. You get powers, you make friends along the way. And Persona does it so much better. And people are going to say, you can't compare. It's a full price game. The only reason people ever make that argument is about monetization. That argument doesn't work for actual content and gameplay, because these free-to-play games make just as much, and most times way more, than these one-box title games. They spend the same or similar amounts of time in development, and then these games have way more development time than the single-player games because they continue development for years after. Genshin's been out for what, like 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? And then it was in development for years before it released. So how are you gonna say, oh, you can't compare it to God of War? What? This game had twice as much development time and no fucking content worth playing. That's the state that we're in. Like, what are you guys talking about? You can't compare. Yeah, these games should be doing way better. And the thing is, we aren't even talking about things like graphics, which can't really change after a game's release. You can patch it up, but it'll always look the age that it is to a certain extent, right? Look at Final Fantasy 14. And you can't make that shit look brand new. It's not gonna happen. People are talking about content. You've had Wuthering Waves has had more years to put out content than most games get. A lot of these games, they have their set time to release. They get pushed out early, and then they have to rush to fix them with updates. Then that's the fucking game. They leave it. That's the game you got. How the fuck does CD Projekt Red, with all their glitches and bugs, still output more innovative content for their game than Wuthering Waves has done? Like, I'm confused. Because one is graphically way more intensive. I'd imagine it takes way more work. I don't think they make as much money as Wuthering Waves does monthly. I don't think that's the case. So it's even harder to justify the changes they did a whole revamp. Like 2.0 was huge for Cyberpunk. And Phantom Liberty, shit, man. Shit. And you could say, well, it had more time for its expansion. Sure. But you motherfucker, they work on this stuff for like months before it comes out in the gacha space, man. Like all of these character ideas, all these story ideas, they're already there. Why is CD Projekt Red able to tell a better story? Like that doesn't even make sense, bro. Like it doesn't make sense. It being a gacha game doesn't stop you from being able to write a good story. And I know this is true because Limbus Company exists. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Limbus Company exists with a better, more interesting story than Wuwa, and it's not even an action. It's not an action RPG. It's a fucking turn-based game with a confusing ass combat system that got me stuck at Kanto fucking 6, whatever. With what's his name, Heathcliff. I got stuck there after spending money, and I was like, bro, I'm good. I have not been back to that game, and I ran out of time. I thought about going back. It's too many games now, but story-wise, that game is fucking amazing, and it mostly is PNGs talking on screen. So I'm like, it's not the presentation necessarily of Wuthering Waves that's bad. I think the story's just ass cheeks. It's not compelling. I don't think any of the characters are compelling either. I think they're boring offshoots of one another or like tropes so overdone that they don't feel like their own characters. Like they just don't. They just feel like weak ass versions of characters that I like better. Ryuko is way better than Chisa's bitch ass. What the fuck? Ryuko, bro, I would go, bro. Bro, Ryuko. Bro, if you haven't watched Kill la Kill, please go watch Kill la Kill. She's crazy as hell. I love Ryuko. She is so much more memorable and like fun and completely different personalities. But then like we go to her personality type. Sasuke is way fucking cooler than Chisa. What? Boy, ooh. Bro, when Sasuke grabbed all of the tail beasts, it was like, I'm the villain now, Naruto. That shit was hype. That was breaking the internet, bro. Y'all talking about little 30,000... Wuthering Waves had its second biggest time on Steam. These motherfuckers hit 28K. Or like, what was it? It was 28K or 30,000. It was one of those two. I'm pretty sure it was 28K players. And these motherfuckers were going crazy. Bro, do you know how many people tuned in for Sasuke? Are you crazy? And you gotta pay to see that shit, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm lying. You can stream it illegally, but people were paying on. I guarantee on Crunchyroll they would go crazy. But it's so much shit, man. Chisa's not a lead character. She's not Sasuke, bro. They could have made her like Sasuke, but you know what the writer of Naruto did? You know what Kishimoto did? And the Chinese can learn from the Japanese here for writing Japanese characters. He was like, fuck, I can't have Sasuke by himself. You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna have Sasuke say fucking damn near nothing. He's gonna pull up. Bro, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Sasuke just had aura, man. Bro, this is about to be a Sasuke Glaze session, but she's so similar. Like, Chisa's literally an Uchiha, so I have to. Like, if you guys don't see the comparison, just look up a picture of freaking Sarada and then look up Chisa. Or Sasuke, look up Chisa. She has the whole fucking Sharingan thing. Yeah, she's a fucking Uchiha, right? Sasuke pulls up to Orochimaru. Orochimaru's like, what is this chakra? What the? I'm sick. What is happening? All you see, Sasuke says nothing this whole time, mind you. He says that he's behind the door. All you see is a lightning blade shoot through the door and stab Orochimaru. Orochimaru blocks and he's like, who is this? What the fuck? He's like, oh, I know this chakra. And then Sasuke just comes through the door. He's like, man, he doesn't say shit, bro. He just is just on site. He starts fighting Orochimaru. There's no long ass like hour. If this was Wuwa, I swear to fucking God, this would be a fight, and then for an hour long, they would talk about how dark their backstory. Oh my god. Oh. Chisa, if this was Chisa, she would have stopped midway, had a 1 hour session, then asked Orochimaru if he wanted to have a tea party, and then 2 hours of that bullshit, and then the quest over. That's what would have happened with Chisa. Sasuke said, I'm here to stand on fucking business, you're dead. And then he just fought him and then murked him. He killed him, then absorbed him. It was like, well, that was crazy. Says not a word. Mind you, all of this is happening on screen. This is show, don't tell. They use symbolism. This is the hawk eating the fucking snake. And they use that symbolism. And Sasuke murders him. There's barely any dialogue between them. And even when there is, it's mostly Orochimaru. Sasuke is saying nothing. He's like, I came here with a purpose. I am fulfilling this purpose. That's his character. He doesn't talk like that. He walks past Kabuto. Kabuto's like, he killed the Orochimaru. Says nothing. Sasuke says fucking nothing. And this is why Sasuke's the GOAT. He's my GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Sasuke follows, he goes to Suigetsu. He gets Suigetsu, and this is the writer like, bro, Sasuke's cool as fuck, but I can't tell a story. This dude doesn't talk. So what am I going to do? I'm going to introduce a funny, likable, cool-looking, unique ability motherfucker that has never been seen before to help carry this character that doesn't talk. And you know what that results in? One of the best arcs in the series. Sasuke Shippuden is fucking goated, bro. You get the Deidara fight. You get the Sasuke versus Itachi fight. You got the whole, like, going around. You get way more world building with Sasuke somehow. I don't know how the fuck this happened. You get way more world building with Sasuke. He's, like, going around. They're looking for Zabuza's sword for Soigetsu. People have like legends about Sasuke. You see how fast the word travel. He gets Karin, another character, super unique abilities, a lot of personality to contrast Sasuke's lack of, not lack of personality, but he's not a very emotive person, right? Like, he has a personality. You can describe Sasuke pretty damn easily, but he has a lack of emotion in the way he speaks and acts. And yeah, and then he gets Jugo, who's also reserved like him, but also has a flip side where he gets hyper aggro and he's cool. And they all have unique abilities, super interesting squad. They did this to help, honestly, just to support Sasuke, because they have huge moments, but obviously Sasuke is the main character of their group. They go on. Bro, at Sasuke Shippuden, you get fucking Killer Bee versus Taka. Yo, that shit was crazy, man. That shit was fucking wild. Or heavy. It was Taka, I think. Yeah, at that time. I don't fucking know. You get Killer Bee versus Sasuke, freaking crazy animation. Sasuke is like getting his ass beat. And you know, he's not sitting there crying and like, my life but so hard. Does he complain about that? Yes, he does at times, but it's usually when Naruto's being good, annoying the shit to him, right? Like, come back, Sasuke. But like when he's in most of his fights and interaction, there's no dialogue like that. He's like, I'm here to whoop ass. And he was getting his ass beat by Killer Bee. And all of this is to say, if you're gonna have a quiet, non-emotive character, just do it like Sasuke, man. Do it like that. Why would you do it? Why would you just have her be an exposition dump? That's what bothered me about the story, really. I think that was the biggest thing. You had a character who obviously wasn't meant for that. And this goes to show that these guys are one note. They fucking suck. These writers are ass. I can write better. I can write better than them. I guarantee I can. Like, this isn't even me being on my own ass. If I had the time, I guarantee I would. Like, these motherfuckers hire anybody, apparently. If I applied, I'd probably get the job. I could probably get the job. It's like so easy to chat GPT dialogue and then send it to them, because that's what they do. They chat GPT that shit. That's what it feels like hearing Chisa talk. It's like, what up, over? I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's party. Shut the fuck up, bitch. You're supposed to be cool, bro. Design is wasted on a character that sounds and acts like that. It really is. And it's not the voice actor's fault, to clarify. Not their fault at all. The problem is the fucking writing. That character wasn't meant to talk that much. You can't even convince me that that makes fucking sense. Show me another character built like them. Built like Sasuke. Built like how Chisa's obviously supposed to be. Built like a Kame. How many quiet characters like that talk for hours on end? And you guys don't realize this. When you watch an episode of anime, it's 23 minutes. In most episodes of anime, they're not going to be talking the whole episode. Now, the story goes like 3.5 hours. Like about 30 minutes of that is combat. The rest is straight up talking. I want you guys to imagine like fucking... imagine like 5 episodes of Sasuke talking nonstop. Just imagine that shit. Imagine 2 episodes of that. Imagine 1 episode of that. That just sounds horrible, doesn't it? Would you like Naruto? I wouldn't. I'm telling you right now, I would not like Naruto if that was how they told their stories. 3 episodes? Everybody gets on Naruto for the flashbacks, which they do way too much. Imagine that for 3 episodes every single time there was a story. Like, every 3 episodes was that. Oh, new Naruto episode dropped. All dialogue. Like, that is crazy. And there was a bad filler episodes like that. Don't get me wrong. But people hated those episodes. And it weren't 3 hours. They were 23 minutes and people would go crazy. So that's my whole point on the story. I want you guys to think for 10 seconds. Like, just critically, for 10 seconds. Why the fuck would I want to hear Chisa talk for 3 hours? Like, out of all the things I could do. Why? Why the fuck would I want that? Then there's Where Winds Meet, which just came out. Shits on this game completely. I'm actually going to save that for another video. This one's getting kind of long. I'm just going to talk about it briefly here. Where Winds Meet came out. It is so much better. I'm gonna save this for another video. But Where Winds Meet is so much better. And not even just story-wise, because, like, I don't think the story's, like, crazy good. But they took the Jackie Chan style, and I fucking love them for that, where they tell a story. There are a lot of martial arts, and it's a wuxia story, so you get, like, a lot of dark elements. Like, it's super cool. I'm learning a lot about wuxia and, like, the tropes, and it feels familiar. Like, we've all watched stuff like it, but, like, you can't put your finger on it. It's like a thing that's in the back of your fucking mind that you're like, bro, I've watched stuff like this. And I think it is the old, like, I don't know, like folk tales maybe, or like I don't know where the familiar feeling comes from in the back of my head when I play Where Winds Meet. There's something so, and I don't mean the gameplay system. I'm talking about like story here. There's something so familiar, but I cannot put my fucking finger on it. It is so weird. It's the weirdest feeling. It's like Jackie Chan mixed with like that wuxia storytelling. Which I guess wuxia storytelling in general is kind of like what Jackie Chan was doing with the kung fu and the martial arts, and it's like it's awesome, man. Like the cutscenes are so much better than 90% of Wuwa's. I think because it's more grounded and they have an actual choreographer. The scene I don't even want to spoil, but the scene at the end of Act One, oh my, where like two very like major characters die. Uh, that scene of Act One, bro, and you're like drinking and you're fighting because you think you're gonna fucking die. Obviously, it's not a spoiler. You don't die in the game, right? Like you're the main character that you made. You don't die, right? But you're drinking with somebody else and you're going crazy because you think you're about to die. You're both like, fuck it. And you start drinking while fighting and you're getting all cut up and then you start fucking fighting. Bro, that was so cool on like such a like character level. That almost lost my fucking mind, man. That shit was just cool. And that character that you're drinking with, cool, very cool character. Very cool, awesome character. And it's crazy that Whirlwind to me has better side stories than Wuwa's main quest. Like the Ghostlight Market was really interesting. And you have to find like pieces of the ghost armor and you're like learning about the lore. And again, I don't want to spoil shit. It's a very new game. So big, a lot of people probably have not unlocked the Ghostlight Market. But it's cool. You like go to like the underworld or like limbo, the like in between sort of. And there's like these ghost warriors and like it makes you want to know what the fuck is going on. This shit's cool. It's mysterious. It's awesome. And I had never felt that way playing a Wuwa story. There's never a point where I felt Wuwa's story was ever that like, it's not even like grandiose or like crazy, just that engaging. Like it made me wonder. I've never wondered really in Wuwa outside of like, I never wondered about what was going on. It was more like I wonder who the next character gonna be. I wonder what cars are gonna be playable. that's the thoughts that went through my head, bro. Like there's never a deeper sense of story there, and it's missing something. If I get to game story, you know it's doing something right because for these kind of games, for action games, I'm uninterested. Something like Cyberpunk, super easy for me to be like focused on it because like choices matter. A super high quality game, graphics are insane, it's first person, very personable, and a lot of customization, shit like that, right? I don't have a lot of investment in Rover because I didn't make the motherfucker. I didn't make that nigga. The fuck? I didn't make him. The devs made him and they made him for fucking losers out of their own mouths. It's for neats. Not a I guess I'm kind of a need, I guess. I don't know. I like saying it's not. But like I'm not so socially awkward I can't interact with people. Like what? I was in the army. I was saying some things, man. I'll say some things, man. Like I've had to get to know people way closer than I wanted to. I'll tell you that. It's just like I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's so sad watching the Wuwa community defend this. It's like, can you guys just admit that like the game would be better if they just focused on combat and events and gave us shit to do and fun stuff? What do you guys prefer? This dog shit 3-hour exposition dump story where they just fucking yap about shit no one cares about because they've been talking for 3 hours straight. Do you think that's better for the game, or do you think it will reach more people and be a bigger community? They focus on like co-op combat, co-op modes. Like I've been asking for months, and now Werewolves Meet is here, and now guess what? Wuwa's fucking getting destroyed, bro. It is not relevant whatsoever outside of this drama. It is not relevant. 3.0 is around the corner. It is so unfortunate Werewolves Meet is going to be dropping. Its major update around that time. It is so unfortunate because I'm gonna play 3.0 for like 2 days maybe, and it'd be like, yo, I have to go explore this desert and Werewolves Meet. They got a new boss, new raids, and I have a guild on there that I think is pretty cool. What the fuck? Like, it's so unfortunate what's happened. I've asked for months. I'm like, hey, you guys got to focus on co-op. Hey, you guys got to focus on combat a little bit more. Your story's not it. Because if I want to play a story game, guess what? Dispatch. I still haven't played it. When I feel like playing a story game, I'm going to play Dispatch. Everyone says it's great. And unlike the Wuwa fans, they don't have no reason to be biased. It was a new IP. Brand new IP. It actually does look good for the clips I've seen of it. But Wuwa does not hold a candle to that kind of storytelling, right? I'd rather play Walking Dead Season 3 than Wuwa's story. I said it. Fucking soon. I fucking said it, guys. I said it. I'd rather play Walking Dead Season 3. It's that fucking bad. That's how I felt about Wuwa. I press skip heavy on Wuwa's story. So, you don't know the story. You don't know the story. Like I said, I watch fucking streamers. I watch Saint or Gotcha Smack play it, and then like if it was a good story, I'll go around and watch reactions of other people. Like 2.7, I saw so many people's reactions to that story because I was like, yo, this end scene was kind of hype. It was good. But I'll probably remember what happens to Ruby way more, you know? I'll remember what happens with that whole story way more for a much longer period of time. And that's how you know how good something is. How does it pop in your mind when you're not doing anything? How often does it pop up in your head? That's the question. Like when you're just relaxing, does it pop out? For me, I dead ass think about Expeditions Everything randomly. Like throughout the day. Bro, I'll start humming dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da dee dum. Right? That shit goes through my head all the time. And I think I could speak French, but it really comes out as like fucking gibberish is what happens. But I think about that all the time. I think about Lumiere all the fucking time. Like it just pops up in my head, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta go listen to the fucking song now. Oh my god. Or like just the events of that game. I'll think about like what it meant, and like, man, Versoul is really a bitch, bro. Versoul is a bitch ass nigga when you think about that. And like I can't understand why people chose to side with Versoul. This motherfucker lied throughout the entire fucking game, but that's for another bit. He lied at every single point in the game. He chronically lied to you. If somebody did that to you and realized that you still trust him, you're a fucking retard. There's no like actual logical reason to choose Versoul outside of the fact he's hot. And I've been over this. He got pretty boy privilege. Okay, I've heard someone say this on another YouTube video. He has pretty boy privilege because ain't no way y'all listen to him. This motherfucker wanted to end himself. He wanted to delete himself. He didn't give a fuck about anyone else. He was miserable and he was always self-serving. That was the whole point of his character, right? Like he's a fucking liar. You can't trust him. He keeps lying and then apologizes for lying and then lies again in the apology and then will lead you to him getting what he wants. He didn't care about anyone else's opinion. He decided they all would die. That was his choice. He never asked you guys. He never tried to talk to you about it. He just decided you all died. He tried to trick all of you into dying. Anyway, that's a whole different story for another day. But like everyone who chose Versoul, I want you to think about that. Like think about the fact he dead ass was gonna kill everyone and not let them know what happened. He just wanted them all to be erased from existence. Like when he's sitting down reading that letter, he didn't tell anyone about that letter, and he led them all to go kill the Paintress, which he knew would kill them. He did that. It didn't tell anyone. It was just gonna let all of his friends die. Like that's fucked up, bro. Like they would have just vanished. None of them knew what was happening. They were just scared and horrified in their last moments. They all were just gomaging. They're like, what did we do wrong? What happened? And he's sitting there watching it happen. He's a piece of shit, bro. If you sided with him, like you're actually like you're stupid, okay? You're dumb. No, I was just kidding. But yeah, like you can have conversations like that about Rover and Wuwa. Like the most I saw was like Gotcha Smack talk about like Furlova, but Furlova's a fucking retard. She crashed out over a guy not coming to see her concert. It killed like a lot of fucking people. Like that's not people talk about Rover's so fucking for what he did. He missed the concerts. This we don't know where Rover was, bro. What are you guys talking? This motherfucker, he doesn't have his memory. He disappeared from the world for a substantial amount of time, from what I understand. He disappeared. You don't know where this motherfucker could have got like. He could have got like split from reality from saving the planet. And you motherfuckers talking about a concert. Shut the fuck. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about a concert for, man? Nah, but like the most I saw was the freaking gotcha smack stuff with that. And I'm like, bro, my opinion on Furlough, bitch need to die. And the fact she's back now is so stupid. Another reason why I hate Wuwa's story. These motherfuckers come back from the dump. She clearly should have just died. I summoned for her because she died. I was like, yo, they really did that shit? Summon her. This bitch back. I'm glad I only got her S1, then like try to S3, S6 this bitch. Fuck them, man. And her story felt like it ended too, so bringing her back now, like, you can't do it again. So like if she dies again, no one's gonna care. They're gonna be like, oh no. The same with like Cartethia. They killed this bitch twice. And she's still alive. So we're gonna go for threes? They killed her twice. Like, that's not good writing, guys. Like, I'm sorry. That's good writing. You kill him twice. Two times, bro. You kill a character twice. Within, like, 3 patches of each other. What? That's good writing? Like, do you guys understand characters need to fucking die? Important ones. These mother, I saw motherfucker compare Federico to what happens in where winds meet. I saw people compare Federico, bro. What? What the fuck are you talking about? Brother, you can summon characters that you meet who are your friends to help you with boss fights that are way harder than anything in Wuwa. That's more playability than fucking Federico had. Is his story cool and sad? Yes, he was being controlled. Yeah. Tornado, blah, 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 blah. You bad gods corrupted. Such a great man. Blah, blah. He had to die. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. That is not even comparable, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Man, we would like dick suckers make it so hard to enjoy the game. Like, you guys are so delusional, man. And like the point I've been making is like, why would I watch Shisa when I could go rewatch Naruto? Bro, I'm about to go. Bro, I've been thinking about something. I'm about to just go like watch Sasuke fucking kill Datara or something. Or fight Datara, and Datara rage quits by ending his life with a fucking bomb. That's what I think I'll do. And then think about like, damn, this is what Chisa could have been like. But no, they fucked it up by having her talk. Bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't a talkative character. There's talkative characters. Let me think. Chiakona talking a lot makes sense. That makes sense. She's a very uppity, like, joyful character. Makes sense for her to talk a lot. Ling Yang's little ass talking a lot. I could expect that. Jian, not really. And he didn't really overly talk in his quest. That's why I'm confused. Like, what the fuck? I don't think Jian and his quest was like annoying at all. I think he was cool as shit. How the fuck you go from Jian to Chisa? Oh, I know why. It's because she's supposed to be for the neat ass, bitch ass motherfuckers playing this game who are lonely as shit and like want e-girlfriends and like ruin everything they touch. It's why they're stuck in gacha games and why every other community lives are gacha gamers. Hero shooters, pff, more respect to gacha gamers. People who play COD get more respect to gacha gamers. Fucking sports players, in my opinion, probably get more respect than gacha players. Because at least you know they just have a sports gambling addiction. They just have a gambling addiction. For gacha players, they have a gambling addiction and they're fucking losers outside of that. Like, completely removed from, like, you could take away the gambling addiction, they're still fucking losers and have all the same problems in their life. That's the fucked up part. That's the really fucked up part. But I'm done. Yeah, fuck you guys. I was playing later. I'm gonna make a Where Words Meet video soon, talking about how much better it is than Genshin and Wuwa. I mean, same shit at this point, man. Making fun of Wuwa's systems. I'm gonna literally bully this game into the ground and hate farm you guys. So it worked for ZZZ. We'll see for this. I upload once a year at this point. I don't care about growth. This is fun for me. It's not. I don't get money or anything from YouTube, so it's whatever. Later, guys.